So in this section, we're going to look at a real-world application with multiple building blocks, a front end, a back end, and a database. So below this video, I've attached a zip file. Go ahead and download it. Inside that zip file, you're going to find this folder structure. We have this backend folder, which is our node project. This is a basic node project that starts a web server on port 3001. Once again, you don't need to know Node to go through this section. Then we have the front-end project, which is a React application that talks to the backend. Now, if you want to run this application outside of Docker, there are a number of steps we have to follow. Let's say we just check this out from a GitHub repository. First, we have to go to our backend project, install all dependencies, and then start the web server. Now, at the same time, we have to open up another terminal window and do the same steps with our front-end project. So we have to go to the front-end project, install all the dependencies, and then start the web server. And of course, we need 2 more terminal windows for running our front-end and back-end tests. And not to mention that, we should also download and install MongoDB on this machine. So there are so many steps we have to follow the moment we check out the source code from our GitHub repository. Now with Docker, we don't have to do any of these things. All we have to do is run a single command. Let me show you. So I'm going to get outside of the front-end folder. Now we are in the root of this project. If you look, here we have a file called Docker Compose, which is used for composing a multi-container application. We're going to talk about that in detail soon. Now, once we have this file in our project, we can simply run Docker Compose up. That's all we have to do. Now, Docker is automatically downloading this particular version of MongoDB. So it's downloading all these layers. Then at the same time, it's going to install all the dependencies for our front-end and back-end projects. It will start web servers and run automated tests all in this window. Now, this is going to take a little while, so I'll be right back. All right, our application is up and running, and we can access it at localhost port 3000. So here's what we get. We have a mini application for managing a list of movies. Now, you know what's the beauty here? The beauty is that our database is populated with these movies as part of bringing up our application. I didn't have to manually insert these movies in our database. So we have a migration script for populating our database, and Docker automatically executed our migration script as part of bringing up this application. This is a very common real-world scenario. Now here we can add new movies, movie 1, movie 2, whatever, and we can also delete these movies. So we brought up this application using a single command. Now I briefly mentioned this file, dockercompose.yaml. Before we talk about this file, first you need to understand the YAML format. This is a format that a lot of people are not familiar with. So in the next lesson, we're going to talk about JSON and YAML formats.